Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Plot Pilled podcast, where we talk movies, shows, TV, anime, books, writing, pretty much anything that you can imagine, but mostly writing. We mostly analyze writing and writing techniques and everything like that, and that's going to be kind of pertinent to this episode, I feel, because we're going to be talking a little bit about prose. But before we do that, I'm Dallan. This is my sister Jordan.
Hello.
And we just got back from, well, actually not just got back. We got back a week ago, and then we all got sick.
Yeah.
But we got back from Salt Lake Comic-Con, which was a lot of fun. I thought it was pretty fun. Nothing really special or was released during Salt Lake Comic-Con. Nothing ever really is. That's what New York and San Diego, I guess, is for. Nothing gets really released at FanX.
No, not that I've ever
Unfortunately,
noticed.
because it's hilarious, because isn't FanX like the second largest?
It's one of the largest, yeah.
You'd think that we'd get some releases at Salt Lake. And it's funny because it seems like all the celebrities that go to Salt Lake FanX seem to be a lot more relaxed at Salt Lake FanX than other places.
Yeah. I think FanX just tends to be a little more low-key than, like, especially San Diego.
Yeah. Or like New York.
Yeah.
Like, New York's is huge. That's what's going on right now, actually. Well, at the time of recording this, which is the 9th of October, 2025.
Yeah.
They're having a full-on Comic-Con up in New York.
Yeah. The coastal elites just have to hog everything.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But we're going to be talking about some releases from there. But yeah, I thought that Comic-Con was fun. It went by really fast.
It did.
This is probably the quickest it's ever felt for me going to a Comic-Con. Because usually, like, that last Saturday that we go, it feels like that drags on.
Yeah.
And I just want to go home. This time I was like, it's done already? What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
And so I wasn't ready to come home at all.
Yeah, fair.
But it is what it is. But yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I hope that next year we can, actually have our cosplays down and we can actually go and have, like, a little bit more fun than just kind of wandering around the vendor hall. Which is kind of all we did this year.
We went to panels.
We went to some panels. None of them were really, like, outstanding, though.
No.
Like, the one that I liked the most was probably the panel with Eowyn, Gimli, and Lurtz from Lord of the Rings.
That would be Miranda Otto, John Rhys Davies, and unfortunately I do not know the guy who played Lurtz, but he was really funny.
He was really funny, yeah. I think it's like Anthony something.
It might be.
I don't
remember.
But yeah, no, they were all really great, and that was like one of the first panels that we sat in on. But they were very funny. Lawrence Makoare. I might be butchering that, but
probably.
Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah, Makore? I'm not sure.
It's Aboriginal.
Yeah, it's New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand Aboriginal name. But yeah, he was very funny. I really.
He was extremely. And I was happy to find out in that panel that the story that has been around for, well, pretty much ever since Fellowship came out, about the knife being thrown at Aragorn being an actual knife that was not supposed to hit him or go, like, even fly directly at him, and he really deflects it with his blade. Like, that was always the story. And Lawrence confirmed it. It was because he couldn't see.
Yeah, he couldn't see with the contacts in his eyes.
Yep.
He couldn't.
He had no idea where Vigo was, so he just hurled it and prayed.
Yep, that he was even hurling it in the right direction, that he wasn't hurling it at, like, camera crew or, whatever.
He just chucked it and prayed, and Viggo Mortensen, thank goodness, always in character, just
Yeah.
So that's a true story.
Yeah, because he was supposed to throw it into the tree next to.
Yeah, he's supposed to miss him. He's supposed to throw it to the side of him, not at him.
Yeah.
He ended up throwing it at him. So he didn't actually see where he was.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was really cool to have that story on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny because this guy who plays Lurtz and the Witch King of Angmar, he's like, seems like the nicest dude.
Oh, yeah.
And he plays the two villains. And he went into the audition just wanting to just be an Uruk-hai, and that was all he wanted to be, but he ended up getting both Lurtz and the Witch King of Angmar.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, 12 hours to put on that makeup, right?
Oh my gosh. No.
14?
It was 4 hours to put it on for Lurtz and 11 hours to take it off. I don't know how or when he slept, but that is insane.
Yeah.
I swear those were the numbers. I know the taking it off took longer, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't specify, but yeah. No, 4 hours to put on that friggin' makeup, and then 11 hours to take it off. Maybe he was exaggerating the takeoff.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know. But either way, 4 hours to put it on and several hours to take it off is insane. Like, that's incredible. Like, you know, sometimes I'm like, God, you actors, you get paid so much money, and y'all don't need this much money. But at the same time, I know that working on a movie set is grueling.
Yes.
Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear stories like that, you're like, oh, that's why you get lots of money. Although I don't know how much he actually made. They probably didn't pay him enough.
Yeah.
To do that.
No, I do feel like that's a dying art form, though, like the whole makeup stuff. Because it's like, you know, everyone just uses CGI now instead of using practical effects like makeup. Or if they do use practical effects, it's that rubber thing that like looks like shit that a lot of Disney Star Wars tries to use.
Oh,
that just looks like garbage.
Stuff. It does look like crap.
Like it's
Everything
like, oh
Disney
look, we're using practical effects. Yeah, but they look like shit. Like that's the issue
It
here.
looks like you went to Spirit Halloween and picked that up.
Yeah. And also your new Star Wars aliens look like garbage. I don't know why you can't use the old aliens. I don't know. Shit makes me so mad. You have no idea how much that makes me mad. That they decided, oh yeah, let's go ahead and just fucking make new aliens for a series that has, like, already a ton of fucking aliens. You don't need more.
Well, it has a ton of aliens, and, like, at a certain point, too.
The galaxy has to stop.
You have hit your ceiling.
Yeah.
Of how many friggin' races could conceivably exist in this one galaxy. Like, you need to quit.
Not even galaxy, known space.
Yeah.
Like, they're not even in a galaxy. They're a collection of solar systems. They don't even go across the whole galaxy in Star Wars.
That's true.
Like, the whole... It's so annoying. The whole point of Star Wars is that, yeah, they're in a galaxy far, far away, but they don't take up the whole galaxy. It's only known space that happens in. It's a pocket of that galaxy. And the rest, they don't even know about it because they've never explored out there. And that's what kept the mystery of that world. And yeah, Disney just fucked it up.
Disney effed everything up with Star Wars. It's pretty impressive, actually.
And it's also impressive, and it's also very depressing because you go to Comic-Con now, and you know our brother who likes to collect Star Wars toys can't find anything at Comic-Con because everyone's lost interest in it. Yeah. It's actually really sad also to see these artworks of Star Wars. Like the old Star Wars, right? The original trilogy. Going down Artist Alley and seeing people make art for it, and it just not selling. Yeah. Like that's always depressed me. I'm like, man, that sucks because of some studio fucking up your IP.
Well, yeah, because a few years ago, you would go down Artist's Alley, and how long have we been? We've been going to Comic-Con for a while, yeah. 7-8 years, probably.
Yeah.
When we first started going, almost, like, so much of Artist Alley was just Star Wars. Just Star Wars artists everywhere. And a lot of, actual comics, too. Like, you'd see superheroes, DC and Marvel and whatever.
Yep.
And I think Disney has screwed Star Wars and Marvel up so spectacularly. I didn't notice any Star Wars art this year. Hardly any.
I saw, like, a few, but they were always in, like, the corner.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't the main set piece, right? They weren't, like, the selling point of that booth.
No.
Clearly.
It was almost all
anime, manga. There was some video game stuff.
Yep.
There was the indie stuff. So good grief, Murph. Indie stuff like Has Been Hotel, Digital Circus. I even saw some Murder Drones, even though I fucking hate that show. I did see some Murder Drones. It's like one of the few indie titles that I'll be like that it's shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But like I can appreciate the effort that went into making this, but the writing is not the greatest. But like, yeah, it was almost all that. And then I did notice some DC stuff. I noticed some DC stuff, way more than Marvel.
Did you?
Yeah, like I noticed Batman, Superman, stuff. Because I mean, to be honest, those well, except for in my opinion, Man of Steel, actually the whole Zack Snyder verse. Besides those though, DC has never been truly like I mean fucked up. Like you might as well dig the grave for it because it's gone.
Right.
We've lost him, Jim. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen DC get to that point.
No.
Like even with the Snyderverse, as much as I freaking hate the Snyderverse, it never got to that point where I'm like, it's dead. Yeah. You can't even revive it at this point. It's done.
No.
Because even in the Snyderverse, there was some good things in there. It just most of it was crap. And now with the resurgence with the Batman and James Gunn's Superman, I think we're getting a lot more support on the DC side. But yeah, Marvel is it's gone down. It's gone downhill.
Yeah, it's Disney. It's the Disney effect. Like, good job, Disney.
I did see some Disney princess stuff. Still,
I saw a little bit. There's always that there. That's especially for like, and I got my own opinions on these people, but the Disney adults.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like, I have been to Disney as an adult 3 times. Dude, I don't freaking get it.
I've never been. And I don't really care to go.
Universal is so much better.
I went to Universal. After I went to Universal, I'm like, I don't really care to go to Disney because Universal is right there. Like, if I want to go to a theme park, I'm going to Universal. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, I've been to Disney, and I can't ever remember if it's World or Land. I think it's World.
World is in Florida, Land is in California.
Then I've been to Disney World 3 times. As an adult with other Disney adults, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That 3rd time I went, I was like, good Lord, I just want to go home.
The only Disneyland I might be interested in is Disneyland Japan. Might be the only one
I might go to Japan but if I'm in Japan though, I'm gonna do other things.
I'm not going to Disney.
I'm not gonna waste my time and money at freaking Disney in Japan. No, I'm not doing that. You can there's like a billion other things I would rather do in Japan than go to freaking Disney.
I'd want to go on the Going Merry ship that they actually have over there.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Or is it? No, they have the 1,000 Sunny. Yeah, they have the 1,000 Sunny. That's what I would want to go to.
Yeah, there's so many other things.
That'd definitely be on the top of my list to go to. See and experience.
Yeah, no, I agree that Comic-Con was fun, but there's definitely been a shift over the last several years. And I think they need to be better, and maybe, because I haven't filled out my feedback yet.
Oh, yeah.
They need to be better about filtering out the people that they're basically, like, if you go to any, you'll know what I'm talking about, especially if you live in the Midwest. I don't know if this is a coastal thing, but if you go to any festival, county fair,
Mm-hmm.
town, you know, like fall fest, harvest fest, Christmas
Renaissance
market.
Festival.
No, not like that.
No?
The smaller
okay.
stuff. The
smaller
Christmas
stuff.
markets, the fall fests, it's our town's birthday and we're gonna
like
some
barbecue or
pancakes and whatever. And you walk through the park,
fireworks,
and it's just all this trinkety shit that nobody needs and no one asked for.
Yeah,
they're starting to let those people in.
They are.
There were quite a few of them. And I think they need to watch that. They need to get rid of that.
It's especially, I feel like, the 3D printed stuff.
Yeah.
Some
of that's cool. But
some of it is really cool, but a lot of it is like, okay, so, like, I'm not paying, like, $60 for this. Like, it's, like, that's not, not happening. Like, at least...
point, it has nothing to do with fandom either. Like, is it general fantasy stuff, like dragons and whatever? Yeah, I mean, I bought me a $15 3D printed bat, and it's the cutest 3D printed thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind some of that, but when you walk through the vendor hall, and it's a lot of that. Now, granted, maybe those are the vendors that they could get. Like, maybe, stuff that would be, in my opinion, more appropriate for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Just isn't plentiful anymore. I don't know, but I think they do need to be careful about that, or it's just gonna start feeling like I could walk through my town, summer festival at any point and get the same crap, and so why am I paying money to come here?
It might be a FanX thing as well, because I've been looking, like, this is the vendor hall for
New York.
Uh-huh. And they actually have, like, a Marvel thing. Like, they have, like, their own Marvel booth. They also have...
No one's interested in.
Yeah.
But...
Well, like, they also have, like, a free comics if you sign up. Like, you can get free comics.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's an actual... I feel like New York still feels like a Comic-Con. A Comic-Con.
Yeah, see, I see so many comic book stands in there.
Yeah.
There's none in Salt Lake City.
There's, like, maybe 5 in Salt Lake City.
Again, maybe it's just a difference with vendors, too. But I feel like Salt Lake City's big enough, you should be able to attract a lot of these vendors, even if they have to drive across country.
Yeah.
Or fly or whatever. Because, I agree. Like, there's so... It felt a little consumery this year.
A little bit. Like, more so than other years.
Yes.
Like, much more so. Because, I mean, I see a Funimation... Like, I see an anime one in there on New York Comic Con.
I love anime.
But I do notice that, like, there are a lot of trinket ones, but there are more anime stuff than anything else at FanX.
Yeah.
Like... It's almost become an anime con.
It has almost become
full on.
Yes.
Like almost an anime and D&D con. Like that's like a tabletop con.
Right.
That's almost what it feels like. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a Dragon Con meets fucking what is the otaku one down in Texas? That's what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it's very strange, and but I mean I don't mind all the anime stuff, but I do kind of wish that there was a little bit more of a balance, at least in the vendor hall, for that stuff. Like, because there was panels about comic books, right? We went to a couple,
right?
And they have their own booths, but like I don't know, they're just not as Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all of that stuff, Star Trek, even Lord of the Rings, even though they had a big panel on it, just isn't there at FanX. No. And it's really strange.
More. It was when we first started going.
Yeah. It was when we first started going, but now it's definitely kind of evolved into more anime and tabletop games, which, I mean, I love both of those. Mm-hmm. But I do wish that there was a little bit more of a balance because...
Me too.
Maybe I want to get into some comics a bit more, so, it'd be nice to have a comic place that I can maybe pick up a few.
Right.
But, yeah, and then, of course, you get a lot of the people that are trying to sell their their self-published fantasy novels out there. And you know, I always have of two minds, because if you get one of those, like, I have one.
I bought several.
Back in the, like, one of the first days that we went there. It's called Duskfall. And I read about, like, maybe the first 5 chapters of it. It's alright, but it's very generic. And I think that's just a risk that you run across when you buy from Comic-Con booth.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
I mean, yeah, I tend to be of the mind that, like, I like supporting those people, but at the same time...
Your story's gotta be good.
Right, like, if I can't get into it, I can't get into it.
Like, your book's gotta be good.
Yeah.
Like, bar none. That's just how it is.
Right.
I can support you, but, like, in return for my support, you give me a good story. Right. Like, that's kind of the trade-off, right?
Yep.
Oh, we can't just be like Hollywood and be like, well, we're just gonna pump out shit and you give us money.
Right.
No, that's not.
No.
That's not how this works. Unfortunately, for indie creators, that's not how it works.
I don't think that's unfortunate at all.
No, it's not unfortunate, but unfortunate for the creators that they can't just do the same thing that lazy Hollywood does to make money.
I feel like that kills your creative soul, though.
I do,
so, I mean,
yeah.
If you really want to do that, go for it, but I think you're gonna pay a price later, as Hollywood has done.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Continues to do. Sorry if you can hear me trimming my nails.
They can.
Really long.
They can.
Sorry.
It's not an if, it is a definite.
It's just little clicky noises. Well, they were getting so... Like, I used to play violin, so I have to keep them short, but they were getting so long. Because I was gone, and then I was sick, and then, yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, that's
pretty much FanX.
Or FanX. I still call it Salt Lake City Comic-Con, because they were calling it that for years before they got sued. Is New York Comic-Con then, and San Diego Comic-Con run by the same people?
Yes.
That's why... Okay, that's why they can... use the name.
Yeah.
Like, apparently they like, no, you can't use Comic-Con, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I never once thought Salt Lake City had any connection to San Diego Comic-Con. If you want to be little pricks about it, I guess go ahead.
Today is the first day of Salt Lake City or not Salt Lake, New York Comic-Con. Oh, okay. It goes from 9th to the 12th.
Okay.
So, 4 days.
Yeah, oof, that's a lot.
It's not as bad as Dragon Con in Georgia. That's 5 days.
Is
it? If you go to Dragon Con in Georgia, it's 5 days. I've always wanted to go to Dragon Con as well.
Atlanta. That's my hang up.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, like, yeah.
I'm like,
if I ever get the money to do so, I'm gonna be traveling a whole bunch, either with people or by myself, just to go to conventions and stuff and check them out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I find them fun. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything to say about FanX. Like I said, nothing really crazy happened there.
No, not really.
Just kind of whatever.
Yep.
Brandon Sanderson was there as he always is. So
bro. Don't get me started on
my guy gets way too animated on stage. But
he gets way too animated, and I don't know what the hell the con people were thinking, shoving him into a little room.
One of the littlest rooms. Like,
I mean, it wasn't one of the littlest, but it was definitely like.
It could have been bigger.
It's Brandon Sanderson, and you're shocked that this panel filled up like crazy. Like, why was this not in the ballroom? And he wasn't even the focus of it.
No.
It was some stupid trope versus trope thing, which wasn't nearly as entertaining as I was hoping it was going to be.
No.
But why? I don't, I'm not in on the hype, but he is extremely popular, and he pulls a crowd like crazy.
It's like if you put George R.R. Martin in a little room, like
George R.R. Martin deserves a broom closet. Okay?
He's still freaking super popular though. Like it's
I'm aware of
it's
that.
At that same level. Like you can't expect.
I give him no grace though. He deserves a mop closet by the bathroom. That's what that dude deserves. Freaking piece of crap author. not even a good one. He sucks. Anyway, moving on. Okay.
Speaking of George R.R. Martin, There was an announcement today from New York Comic Con that there is a new Game of Thrones spin-off coming out called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I think it's an original movie. It's not going to be a series. I believe it's just going to be just a movie. It looks like for the first time a Game of Thrones property could be called a comedy.
Oh my gosh, how does that work?
It's set 100 years before the original series, but well after the House of Dragons. Rob me and I'll hunt you down with dogs. Sir Duncan tells his squire in the teaser. Egg counters, you don't have dogs. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of like I think the whole idea of this one is kind of a Don Quixote type thing. Like, he's kind of a Don Quixote type character. Where he kind of stumbles his way into legend. Like, sort of deal. But I mean, I'll give it a try. I like House of the Dragon, so.
I do like House of the Dragon, but I liked it because George R.R. Martin didn't directly write it.
I mean,
he's just a shit storyteller. He's not. We can get into this in another podcast because this will be a whole ass rant from me, but the dude doesn't know how to carry through a storyline.
No.
He doesn't know how to finish, which if anyone wants to fight me on that, you can come fight me, because that's exactly why the series will never be finished.
Yeah.
The guy has no idea how to do it. He doesn't know how to close a storyline. He never did it. Not once in his all of his stories. All of the books of Game of Thrones, people just die, and then the storyline peters off because the people involved are dead now.
Yeah.
He can't finish. He has no finishing power whatsoever.
No. And no ability to, like, bring characters back in a meaningful way.
No, he has no ability to.
He's, like, almost the opposite of Oda.
Right.
Like,
well, he has, like, no ability either to oh god, I just lost my freaking train of thought. But yeah, no, like, bringing characters back or differentiating characters. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a few standouts, a few people that stand out for being a little different in how they look at things. But every time someone wants to go, oh, the world is all piss and shit and blah, 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 blah. And you get that speech from like 500 different characters. And I'm like, not everyone's going to
look at it that way.
No. And like, I cannot stand that asshole.
It doesn't also help that
can't stand him.
Then wasn't there an interview where he said that Jaime Lannister would be able to beat Aragorn in a fight?
Yeah, like, bitch, no. Bitch, no. Not even, yeah, right. Have fun with that. Jaime Lannister's one of the only characters I kind of, sort of, a little bit liked in the later seasons. Again, though, when you get out of what
and you have the opposite. You have the opposite opinion of literally everyone when it comes to that.
That's because they read the books and they wanted what was in the books.
Yeah, but like everyone agrees that when they stopped running, when they ran out of material, that's where it started getting bad.
No, that's where it got better.
See, everyone disagrees.
No,
with you.
it got
I
better.
never watched it, but I'm just saying everyone.
If you ever want to like.
I watched the first 2 seasons. I watched the first 2 seasons.
You liked House of the Dragon, though, right?
Yeah, but I liked the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, too. I thought they were good. I thought they were interesting.
The first 2 are not awful. It's those middle seasons where it's like, okay, is winter coming? Everyone's screeching about winter's coming. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it where? Where? I see nothing. I see absolutely nothing except frickin' Daenerys running around in lands that aren't even her own, freeing slaves and getting sidetracked and going on all these frickin' little side quests because she can't focus.
Yeah.
The people in the south bitching at each other and fighting with each other, and no one seems to care that winter is supposedly coming, and the winter doesn't come until let me finish. Winter doesn't come until you get out of his shit that he wrote and into the stuff that the showrunners had to take it over, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna keep going with this because you're useless prick that can't finish anything, so thanks for leaving us out in the cold, bitch.
I thought that was kind of the point, though. Like, yeah, like, winter's coming, but, like, no one actually cares because they're all hopped up on their own personal bullshit. I thought that was kind of the point of the story.
It could have been with a better writer.
Yeah.
It could have
Like,
been.
I feel like that would have been good if, like, for example, like, you know, to kind of compare it, again, to One Piece, like, not everyone cares about the One Piece. Like, a lot of people just, like, Crocodile doesn't give a shit. Like, he just wants to take over this thing. But, like, everyone who's important cares about the One Piece. So, like, is it, like, where only the people at the wall care about winter?
And
well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, though, because they're
Starks, because they're way up. Like,
they're the front line.
They're the stewards of the North or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't
they're the
remember
front
their actual
line.
titles, but yeah, the Starks like care.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, to a point. But then again, Ned Stark goes down to the south, and instead of doing anything to help anyone up north with, you know, the whole winter is coming thing, he gets pulled into this, oh my gosh, Joffrey is the result of incest, and gets his ass killed for that knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like, does it really matter?
I think that's kind of the... I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the point of it, though.
Does it really matter? But why would he get sidetracked, of all people? Other people,
Ned?
sure, yeah.
Because he got called, because it didn't... Hold on. I'm trying to remember the first season.
I don't remember why he goes down.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Because the one guy gets stabbed, the previous king. He gets stabbed by a boar and he dies.
If you're gonna go down there and you're gonna have his attention, right?
Yeah.
And you think winter is coming, which I think he thought. I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah.
But if your concern, though, is... Again, I might be making shit up at this point. I can't remember Ned Stark's motivations for going. But if your concern is that the wall has been neglected and winter is freaking coming at some point and we better take care of that. If that's your concern, why would you go down there and try to blow up this man's life, who is the king, who has every right to put your ass to death, which he does, or Joffrey does, someone does. Why would you go down and get wrapped up in some stupid incest scandal amongst these people? Who gives a shit? Go do your thing and go back home.
I have
and
to
leave
rewatch
it alone.
the first season.
No, who cares? Who cares? Why did you care? Why did you care? Why? Why did we spend all season?
I feel like he didn't get that. I feel like he didn't get wrapped up about it, though. He tried to.
No, he did.
He tried to warn them.
He's the one that uncovers it.
Yeah, he's the one that uncovers it, and that's why he dies. But I think his main focus is always the winter is coming, and but he gets killed in the process of that, and that delays everything.
He had to know that was going to happen. I'm sorry, he had to know that was going to happen. Why would they not want to cover that up?
Yeah.
They've been covering it up.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they want... They're going to kill you once they find out you know why. It's just, there's just so much. There's so many things, and maybe, you know, again, full disclosure, have not read the books because I tried reading the books before they were ever popular, before they were ever on HBO. I had a friend in high school, so back in 2006, 2007, recommend these things. He loved the books.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through the first page because the writing was such dog shit. It was awful. So, the whole ass freaking rant. See, you got me. I got myself on a tangent, went down this rabbit hole of George R. R. Martin loathing. I can't stand that guy. He never should have been as popular as he is. And I don't understand.
I don't.
For that series.
I guess the only thing that I can really say to kind of close it out is the only reason I can see why Game of Thrones got popular is because it was at least the TV show was the first really dark fantasy TV show to come out.
Don't get me wrong, I was excited about it when I saw it, because I was like, ooh, this is different.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't different. Then it doesn't evolve. Then it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Then you're just sitting here with all these people that hate their lives and hate the world, and it's like, why don't you just burn it all down along with yourselves already? If everything is that shitty, burn it all down. Go get freaking Daenerys with her dragons and just say, come torch the lot of us because we're a bunch of miserable assholes and we got nothing to live for over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it just gets... I don't know, it just grates on my nerves and gets under my skin when an author just, like, imposes their shitty ass worldview onto every single character that he has.
Yeah.
And he can't differentiate them, and they cannot. None of them. No one can agree that, hey, the world doesn't suck that bad. Like, no one has that opinion.
Yeah.
Unless they die shortly after being introduced. Like, it's just, I don't know. And sometimes I think he is to blame. I think he is solely to blame for the whole trend of shock for the sake of shock.
Yeah.
That came from him.
Yeah.
He was the one doing that shit. And the whole, we are going to subvert your expectations, blah, blah,
well,
blah,
he was.
blah,
I
blah.
think he was the first one to do it mainstream. Because, like, I can tell you multiple things. Like, because Berserk was written before. Well, no, but Berserk isn't shock for the sake of shock.
No.
DC, though. DC Comics has done shock for the sake of being shocking. Same with Marvel. But I guess they weren't quite mainstream.
Yeah.
In the same way, where, like, billions upon billions of people were watching it.
Yeah, I guess maybe he's the one that made shock for the sake of shock a thing.
And
also, people thinking that subverting expectations automatically makes you a good writer and makes your story good. It's like, no, it doesn't. Sometimes it's just shit writing.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, that was the case in Game of Thrones. You can come fight me on it. I don't care. Okay, moving on.
So the other one that came out, the other trailer that came out today, I guess, is Mercy. It is basically about, it stars Chris Pratt. He's playing as a detective, Chris Raven, who programmed an artificial intelligence called Mercy, which Los Angeles courts are using to determine guilt.
Los Angeles would do that.
Yeah, no, they would. When accused of murdering his wife, he only gets 9 minutes to prove his innocence. Inevitably, the AI goes haywire. This is never about my wife, Pratt tells Mercy, played by Dune star Rebecca Ferguson. This is about you and me. The film comes out January 23rd, 2026, if AI hasn't taken over by then.
I mean, I like Chris Pratt, so...
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of Chris Pratt.
It's an intriguing premise.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And I love one of my favorite things, because... And like with George R.R. Martin, in order to pull something like this off, you have to be an incredibly skilled writer to have someone just sitting in a room and basically having a dialogue for
and I hope that's what
film.
I hope that's what the movie is.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's why if you watch now, this isn't all that because there's 2 plot lines in this movie, but Man on the Ledge.
Oh yeah.
Where you have the main character out on the ledge distracting everyone while his brother and his brother's girlfriend break into this guy's place to steal a diamond that the main character was accused of stealing, went to jail for stealing. They're trying to prove his innocence. If you've never seen it, it's really, really good.
Yeah. There's another movie that's kind of like that I've really wanted to watch for a long time. It's called, I believe, Signal. I could be wrong about it. But it's basically about these 2 girls that get stuck on top of a it's either a radio tower, they get stuck on top of it, or they get stuck on top of a wind turbine.
Oh, nice.
And it's like just the 2 of them. That they're the only 2 characters in the entire movie, and they're stuck up in this radio tower, and they're trying to find a way to get down with what they have.
Yeah. Yes, you have to be a pretty skilled writer to pull something like that off. Because you don't have any safety nets. You don't have... Game of Thrones sex scenes thrown in there. You don't have Game of Thrones action war scenes thrown in there. You don't have dragons. You don't have interesting places. You just have your characters and a situation, and you have to be a good enough writer to make that entertaining.
It's called Fall.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2022 film, which I've been wanting to watch it, so at some point we'll have to watch it.
Nice.
But yeah, 2 women are stranded in a high-rise TV tower. And that is the entire movie.
Interesting. Yeah, we should try it. Because I like when people can pull it off. I like those movies, books, well, not many books do that because that's really, really freaking hard.
Yeah.
But movies, short stories, whatever.
Let me see. I'm just seeing what it's on. I can rent it off of YouTube. No biggie.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that's been released. There's been some indie stuff released, but we'll get into that when we get into the indie section.
Yep.
So the other thing that has come out on mainstream is the One Piece photos, Netflix One Piece photos.
Yeah, from season 2.
From season 2. And they look really good.
It does look really good.
I really like how they're making Loketown look.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they actually got the tall ass scaffold.
Yeah.
For the that makes no sense for the execution, but I love it. It just shows you how extra the world government is.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it looks like they're changing kind of like what they did with there's another kind of like what they did with the fight with Kuro. They're changing some scenes to night scenes instead of day scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Which is fine.
Yeah, but, like, Sanji going around in the fish market is actually going to be set during the night instead of the day. Which is where he gets the big blue fin fish from.
It also looks like they're together in places that they were not together in the anime, so that'll be interesting. Because, like, they're together in the market right there. They're together in the square right there, which I'm pretty positive they never are.
No, I don't think this is the square, though. That's the Loketown Opera right there behind them. I don't think that's the same building as this.
Well, either way,
that's
though,
like the courthouse.
They're hardly all together. In
They actually split up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that we get to see some cool scenes like the Zoro tossing the Katetsu up in the air and seeing if it chops off his arm. I really hope that we get to see... I mean, we do see that Usopp has his goggles now, so I hope that we get to see him do the whole, like, sniping thing with the one bounty hunter.
I have a question. Zoro gets Katetsu because he needs a third sword. Did that happen in season 1?
No.
Did his get
busted? His got busted by Mihawk.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they got chopped.
Okay, I couldn't remember if they actually went through. I was like, you might have screwed yourself a little bit.
No, he only has Watto at the moment. Because if you look at this picture, he only has Watto.
Okay, yeah, we've only watched it once. We need to watch.
Yeah, we do need to watch it again. But yeah, he only has Watto. It gets broken by Mihawk at Barati. Just like it does in the anime.
I couldn't remember. I was like,
yeah,
they screwed themselves.
But I hope we get to see that. I hope we get to see, like, you know, Sanji realizing that the all blue is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All those really cool character moments.
Mm-hmm.
A Nami shopping montage would also be cool.
Yeah.
And then we also have Reverse Mountain,
which looks really cool.
Yeah, I really like the Reverse Mountain. Brace for impact. And then it's kind of, I think, 2 shots that are showing them looking up at Laboon, most likely. Or at least this one might be them looking up at Reverse Mountain.
That's probably what it is, because Usopp and Nami do not look terrified enough for it to be Laboon.
And then we do have our first look at Laboon, who looks really good.
He does look good.
I love Laboon. But yeah, I like the look of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have Crocus, played by Clive Russell, who also looks really good.
He does look good.
He's got his his Crocs or his sandals.
Yeah, his funny little head thing.
Yeah, his weird little flower head thing.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it would be great if they did the whole fourth wall joke with him, where it kept on going boom,
oh
boom,
my gosh,
boom,
that is one
boom.
of my favorite parts.
Stop doing that.
That is one of my favorite jokes in all of One Piece. I love that part. It cracks me up every time.
And then we do have our first little look at Whiskey Peak as well.
Just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
A little bit.
That's cool.
I don't know what Luffy's wearing. He's got like a baseball outfit on.
Yeah, he's got something that says neighbors, and he's
in pants.
Yeah, he's in pants too.
Which is weird ass look for him. He should not ever be in a tracksuit.
You see him in pants during Whole Cake Island when he's in the suit.
Briefly.
And then after that he doesn't have it on anymore. It'd be weirder, like, for example, in the recent Egghead arc, that they gave... The thing that threw me with that arc is that they gave Frankie full-on spandex without... Like, Oda gave him a full-on spandex without, just chopping off the bottom part.
Right.
To keep him in his... Speedo.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole joke of Frankie, is that he always has his legs exposed.
Yeah, he never wears pants, ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Sanji's wearing shorts right there, and you hardly ever see that either.
With this iteration of Sanji, I can kind of buy that more. Now, if you try to stick Zoro in shorts, no.
Yeah, no. Zoro doesn't wear shorts.
Not put that man in shorts. He is not a shorts person. But neither is Luffy, and so that's, I don't know, that's a weird costume choice. But...
I think it's just them kind of playing around with the looks.
Okay, don't play around with the pants, though, on Luffy. That's the whole, like...
You don't like it?
No.
Because he's wearing kind of like capris in this one.
Capris are different. You can get away with capris on Luffy. Pants don't work with him. Because if you go and you look at what, like, Oda designed him to be the epitome of, like, freedom. That's why he has those loose, baggy clothes, and he's all free movement and free motion and stuff, and those pants don't look free motion-y. They look a little tight like baseball pants, like I said.
I do like how they're keeping very faithful with all of Nami's clothes. Mm-hmm. She has the mode shirt on, and then she also has the blue crisscross with the heart on. Yeah. Like, I do like that they're keeping pretty close.
Emily Rudd looks on point in all the shots.
Oh yeah, she does. She's still a little too serious for Nami.
Yeah,
little too
that's
serious.
The only thing. Yeah,
she needs to be a little goofier, like the rest of them.
Yeah, because after Arlong, she loosens up quite.
A bit, a
lot.
So I really hope that they kind of make her loosen up a little bit, because that was like one of my main criticisms for the first season, was that she was a bit too serious.
Well, a bit too unflappable too.
Yeah.
Nami's, once she deals with Arlong, she doesn't want to deal with people anymore. Like, she don't want to fight anymore. She's like, this sucks.
Well, like, one of my favorite parts during Laboon, this shows you that I've watched this shit fucking 5 times at this point. But one of my favorite parts of Laboon that gets me fucking laughing every time is when Luffy punches Laboon in the eye, and they're all like, "You dumbass!" And, like, all the rest of them look angry, and freaking Nami, meanwhile, is, like, crying while smiling, like, "We're gonna die!" Yeah. Like, she's just fully accepted that they're going to die. Like, it's one of my favorite expressions that Nami has ever had, and it cracks me up every time.
Yeah, I hope that Emily Rudd gets more into her personality.
Me too.
In season 2.
Me too.
I hope she doesn't try to stay the stoic, strong.
Yeah, because that's more Robin.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's
and
not
even
Nami.
Robin's not goofy. Like, Robin's got her own little goofy quirks, like being super gothic. In what is the word I'm looking for?
Macabre.
Macabre. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, macabre in, like, all of her, like, thinking. That's kind of like Nico Robin's quirk. Nami's quirk is like, she just doesn't want to be in danger.
No.
She doesn't want to deal with Luffy's freaking hijinks.
No.
But she'll put up with them if she has to. And she is always kind of this voice of reason, but it's not to the extent of, like, being stoic. It's more like she's the fucking mom of the group, and she's got to, wrangle all these kids who are doing stupid shit.
Right. And she likes attention, too. Though.
Yes. Like, she loves fashion. She
poses for her wanted poster. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Like,
she
hey,
likes...
You want a picture?
She loves being, like, pretty.
Yeah.
That's, like, one of her big things. But she's not vain about it. She's just... She knows that she's hot, and she flaunts it.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely part of her character. So I really hope that, Emily Rudd kind of grows more into it.
I do too, yeah. I think Nami's the only thing so far that I feel like they've Americanized quite a bit, and I'm not thrilled about that.
Yeah.
I like that Nami's not the girl boss in the American sense of the word. Even Robin's not. I mean, she's a badass.
No.
But once Robin deals with the thing that is, like, weighing her down, she lightens up considerably, and she's more than happy to let Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji run into the fight. And it's like, cool, I don't have to do this. Like,
yeah. No, and that's, I mean, I can go on for days about how I don't, well, first of all, anyone who complains about how Oda writes his women can shove it.
I agree.
Because I think he's one of the best guys to write women. He writes them incredibly well. Because he makes them badass, but he also still makes them vulnerable and, like, you know, like, women. Like, I don't know, like
the guys are the protectors.
Yeah,
like,
and, yeah, like,
very much how it is in One Piece.
The women are kind of like, you know, they're very much the soft ones. They're the ones that, you know, can comfort a crying child. If it needs to be, like, if that needs to be done. But at the same time, yeah, they can still hold their own in a fight.
Although Zoro is hilariously has like a little soft spot for kids.
There's a
really,
great
really sweet.
There's a great filler episode that you and I need to watch. That's, I believe, in Water 7, where he gets stuck with a bunch of kids, and it is really funny. And Robin finds out, and it's really funny.
Nice.
Like, he gets, like, stuck with a bunch of babies. Like, he's carrying a whole bunch of babies all over.
And Zoro would do that.
Yeah.
And he's, like, the only guy that has a soft spot for kids. Like, that's one of my favorite parts in Wano is when he's got, oh, God, what's her name? Toko? No. Is that it? The girl who can't quit smiling?
Oh, Toko, yeah.
Is it Toko?
Yeah, that's Toko.
Yeah, he's got Toko, and he's, like, he's got her in his lap, and he's protecting. I don't know. He's just got, it's a really good character, a really good way to balance his character out, because he's got a soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
And he's the only guy that does. But
like, Nami has the softest spot for children.
She's got strong maternal instincts.
Yeah.
And
like, you go watch Punk Hazard, and, like, when she finds out what's happening with all those kids in Caesar's lab, like, yeah, that whole scene is a great Nami moment.
Yeah, that sets her off a little bit.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I hope that they stop, and they
Yeah, they just need to course correct in
Yeah.
season 2, pretty much. Because again, season 1, okay, that's fine. That's because she is a little tense and cagey until after Arlong. After Arlong, though, again, she loosens up considerably.
It's got to be the same for, like, Vivi,
and softens considerably. Yeah, and
like,
once they find out who Vivi is, she softens
a lot.
Considerably.
Yeah.
Like,
she becomes Vivi's best friend. And or possible lover. But, like, you know, like...
Dallan's a fan of that one.
Yeah, but, like, you know, it's like, she and Vivi hold this incredibly strong relationship throughout Alabasta.
Yeah.
Where they almost, you know, you can look at it like that, or you can look at it like almost a sisterhood type thing that they have. But...
And I think Oda just gets better with his female characters as he ages, too, as he gets older.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Bonnie is great.
Bonnie's one of my favorites. I love Yamato. She's awesome. Carrot is freaking awesome.
Wanda.
Wanda. Most of the girls in, like, Whole Cake Island. He gets better and better. But
Pudding is great.
Yeah. But I think he always had this kind of innate instinctive understanding that with girls especially, like, if they feel safe, that's when they're gonna unclench and let down walls a little bit, and, you know, like, and so because Luffy makes them feel very, very safe, he's like, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. They're like, oh, and then he proves it. Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool. I can loosen up. I don't have to freaking sit here and try to have all my walls up all the time. And I think there was just sort of like an instinctive understanding of that in Oda from the beginning. So yeah, no, I love his
one of my favorite
characters. They're awesome.
One of my favorite examples of that is Rebecca from Dressrosa.
Yeah, she's the same way.
She's one of my favorite characters. her and Viola are two of my favorite characers. I really like both of them. And Shirahoshi,
yep. The same thing.
Yep. Yeah. No, So I hope that they course correct with Nami and they don't do the same shit with Vivi. Because Vivi's very vulnerable.
Yes.
She puts up a front while she's Miss Wednesday, but she's very vulnerable later on.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of the One Piece section.
Yep.
Now, when we're talking about TV shows, Jordan and I actually finished a TV show called Landman. It's a TV show by...
Wait, we were going to do the One Piece episode review.
Were we?
The last new one that came
Oh,
out,
yeah.
right?
I mean, I thought we were going to keep with the structure, though, of mainstream.
Oh, that's right. That's technically mainstream.
Yeah,
okay,
that's I was putting Netflix One Piece as mainstream.
Okay, we'll get to the...
One Piece review, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we finished Landman, which is a show written and produced by Taylor Sheridan, who's quickly becoming one of my favorite Western writers.
He's one of the best we have. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I love this show. This show is, like, I can see me rewatching the first season.
Yes.
For sure.
Freaking way funnier than I thought it was going to be. It is hilarious.
Tommy Lee, Bobby... No, Billy Bob Thornton.
There you go.
There we go. Billy Bob Thornton is absolutely fantastic in this show.
Amazing.
Actually, all of the actors are.
Yes.
So good. And it's very educational, too. It's not only funny and very entertaining, but it's also incredibly educational.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you out there listening to this have either a problem with oil or know of someone who's incredibly anti-oil, just have them watch that show.
Yep.
And, like, it has some pretty hard truths. Like, I think I like how it kind of plays it, which is, you can be against it all you want, but it's not going anywhere.
No,
until we run out of it. Like, that's the only time it's going anywhere, and then when that happens, we're in trouble.
Yeah, because our problem is not oil, it's our reliance on oil with no viable alternative.
Yeah.
Wind and solar is not a viable
Nope,
alternative.
it's not.
Never gonna work. So yeah, but that's one of the points he makes. But no, I love the show because there's just so much to love about it. The writing is hilarious.
Yeah.
The characters are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I love them. If you want really good women written by a guy, go watch anything Taylor Sheridan does. He's incredibly gifted and talented and skilled when it comes to writing women characters.
Yeah.
Like, I love Angela.
Uh-huh.
I
love Ainsley.
And Ainsley. They are deceptively deep for what they first appear to be, which is shallow, spoiled brats. And they kind of are shallow, spoiled brats, but they like to spread that out to everybody else too.
Yeah,
and like,
they like to kind of share the wealth a little bit.
They like to do good. They like to make people's lives better.
They like to spoil other people.
Yeah.
As much as they possibly can.
Yes, Angela loves spoiling Tommy and like
and like Dale and Nate too.
Yeah, all of them, all the guys. She loves taking care of all the guys. But she is like she seems like the most shallow, materialistic, she's this very hot blonde in her 50s who has very clearly taken care of her body and everything.
Aged incredibly well.
And she knows she's still hot. And she is not shy. Ainsley, as a result, because she's their daughter, is not shy. But then you have that stark contrast with Rebecca, who's a lawyer from Chicago, I think. And she's completely different from those two. And then Ariana is completely different from either of those.
Either of them,
either depiction, whatever. She's nothing like Rebecca or Angela or Ainsley.
And then to add on to it, you then have Monty's wife, who's completely different as well.
Yeah, who's played by Demi Moore.
Who's
100% different from all of them.
Yeah.
So if you want really solid women characters, go watch Taylor Sheridan stuff. But then again, and that means that the male characters are just as awesome. They're so
just as varied and different. And
and they're so
layered.
They're so nuanced.
Yeah,
like, they feel like people,
like real people.
In Angela's case, maybe like very over the top, but you can't tell me that that woman is not running
that exists.
around. Somewhere.
She exists. Like she exists in multiple forms.
Yes.
Like I've known women like that. Like that's like
and they're complex.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah, but they're still people.
Yes.
Like they still have their flaws and they still have their benefits, even if at first all you see is the flaws. And I know that that's a very common criticism of this show is Ainsley and Angela. A lot of people don't like them because I feel like they don't pay attention. They don't pay attention to the character writing that makes them great.
They're fantastic characters.
Yeah, if you think about those characters for more than a minute, then you start to realize, oh, they're actually really well written.
They're incredibly well written.
Yeah,
and like they more than anyone else in the show, everyone's like this. Like everyone should be treated with kind of the same discretion. But Ainsley and Angela, you cannot take them at face value.
Yeah,
that is kind of almost the point of their characters.
Yeah,
you cannot take those two at face value.
Yeah, there's more than meets the eye.
Yeah, you have to pay attention, and you have to back the hell off, have a little empathy, and give them a chance.
Yes, yeah.
To connect with you, because if you do that, like, they're some of my favorite characters ever. I love them.
It's a very much you have to kind of put yourself in their shoes for a moment. And
or just take them as they are.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah,
why
exactly
do you
that
have to be douche canoes? Just take them as they are.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And just let them be who they are. And why do you? I don't know. Just I think that's Taylor Sheridan pushing back a little bit on people thinking that people, and especially, and again, this is really funny, thinking that women have to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes Taylor Sheridan the feminist in this situation.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's like, no, they don't. They can be like this. They can be, they can like rich materialistic things. They can be hot. They can know they're hot. They can put a lot of effort into their body. They can use sex to kind of get what they want sometimes, which
they can be
100% does.
Yeah, they can be super picky about food and health nuts.
Right. They can be full of expectations and visions that clash with reality.
Yeah.
They can be all of these things and not be terrible people.
No, they're still not bad people.
No.
Yeah, they're still...
They're good people.
Yeah,
and
they are.
Like, they're actually very good people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
watch the show.
Yep, towards the end of the season, you start to realize, oh, these two are actually really good people.
Right.
Down in their hearts, like, they just put on... Well, they don't put on anything. That's just how they are.
That's just who they are, yeah.
And, like, they're still good. Like, yeah, like...
They're good. Angela genuinely loves the shit out of Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
She's not really expecting anything from him except for that love returned. And one of her character arcs is learning that she has it. She just doesn't have it in the way she envisions it in her head sometimes. And she has to kind of
navigate it.
She has to get over that a little bit. But she genuinely loves the shit out of Tommy. She loves the crap out of her kids. She's very giving with her time and her money.
One of my favorite things is in the entire show is the fact that Ainsley just wants to have actual true love.
Yes.
Like actual true romantic love that's not purely physical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she likes the physical stuff. She makes it very clear that she loves the physical stuff, but she wants that emotional stability and support and connection as well. And I love that. I love that because that's such a different take on that type of character.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. It's so good.
Yeah.
And then, I love how there's a complete just line between those two and then Tommy and Cooper, who are the male side of the family.
I love that Tommy has a really soft spot for his daughter. He almost never loses patience with her, except in one scene towards the end, which is hilarious. We rewound it and watched it like 3 times because it's so freaking funny. Stop! But yeah, no, you have... You've got Tommy, who is, again, an incredible character. You have Cooper, who is a really, really good character.
Oh yeah, I think he's... I say that Dale is my favorite character, which... Like,
Dale's hilarious.
He is, but like,
so is Nate.
But like, out of the main characters, I have to say probably it's a tie between the two kids, between Ainsley and Cooper.
They're really good.
I think but for completely different reasons. Like, no, not really. Like they're so different, but yet the same at the same time, because. Like, they are both incredibly good people.
Yes.
Ainsley, the only reason why I think they don't get along is because their personalities clash.
Right.
But, like, at the end of the day, like, Cooper, throughout the whole show, he does not need to do anything that he does.
No, he's not doing any of it.
He does it because he knows it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
And even when consequences of doing that come knocking at his door and he almost gets killed because of it, he still continues doing it.
Yep.
Because he's like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna leave this poor woman, like, in the rain, you know, in the wind.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not who I am. I'm gonna try and help her and support her as much as I can. And his whole relationship with Ariana is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. If you haven't watched anything Taylor Sheridan's done, or if you haven't watched Landman, definitely go watch it. Second season comes out November, is that correct? Or
yes, November.
Year? November. Okay,
November.
So the next second season's coming.
Yep.
It's freaking awesome. We love it.
We did watch Mayor of Kingstown as well, which is a completely different show.
Oh my gosh, such a different tone. Such Hardly a different funny one, at all.
But I mean, there is some pretty good moments.
There are some funny moments, but it's not.
But it's really good as well. So I highly recommend watching that one as well. Yes. And then we just started up Tulsa King, which I'm enjoying a lot.
I'm enjoying a lot too.
That one's definitely more on the comedic side as well.
Yeah.
But I am really enjoying that one. So go watch Taylor Sheridan's stuff.
Okay,
like,
we need to watch Yellowstone though.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty positive you will really like Yellowstone and you'll love Beth.
Okay. Yeah.
I freaking love Beth. I love her so much.
Yeah.
She's my favorite character in that whole
I've
show.
been wanting to watch Yellowstone, so.
Okay, well, we're gonna work that one in too.
Okay. But yeah, that's kind of our review of Landman. Go watch it. Highly recommend. Can't wait for the second season. Can't wait to see what the second season's about.
I know, right? I'm so excited to see the big cartel boss.
Yeah.
Come more into it because
he was funny. Yeah, he was great.
Him. He was fun.
He reminded me of a Salamanca from a little bit of Lalo. Like
Lalo,
I was
not as unhinged.
No, not as unhinged, more put together. But like a little bit of Lalo from Better Call Saul. But like older and wiser. If Lalo, spoilers for Better Call Saul, if Lalo lived to be that age, I feel like he would have gotten there.
Right.
Gotten to that point.
Yeah. That's kind of a spoiler, but not really.
No, not really. He's the bad guy. You kind of know that he's going down, but
no, I mean the fact that the cartel boss eventually.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's
but
not.
We didn't. No, it's not really. You don't know the circumstances. We didn't tell him the circumstances.
No, you don't know
behind that, which is great, by the way.
It is fantastic. So go watch it.
Go watch it. So yeah, that's it for the mainstream stuff. We do have indie. Some indie stuff came out. One is a new trailer for the not Has-Been Hotel. Ooh. Though there is some news on Has-Been Hotel, which we'll get into, that I heard down the grapevine. Oh. But there is a what am I trying to say? A teaser trailer for the new Digital Circus show, episode 7, I believe, which we never watched episode 6, so we'll need to watch that at some point. Probably could have watched it last night, but that's okay. And it's like basically gonna be a beach episode, which sounds funny. So I'll definitely watch it. I like Digital Circus. It's I don't take it. I'm like not when I sit down for Digital Circus, I'm not really expecting anything grand or spectacular or epic. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting just good character writing, and that's it.
Yeah.
And Gooseworks delivers, so I'm looking forward to see what the characters get up to, and how they bounce off each other. And then there is some news about Has-Been Hotel. Apparently there's a song that is going to be, a song was confirmed, called Gravity. Not from Wicked. But apparently it's Lute and either Adam or Serpentius singing it. Because Adam and Serpentius have the same voice actor.
Oh, okay.
So it's either one of those two.
That's funny.
That's singing it and Lute.
Okay.
So I'm guessing Lute is... My guess is that it's going to be Adam. And it's kind of Lute mourning the loss of Adam. from the first season of Hazbin Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But then we've also gotten some screenshots. I don't know if I can find them real quick. But we've also gotten some screenshots of, it looks like some of the heaven people are coming down to hell. Kind of similar to how Charlie went up to heaven last season. 2 images. And yeah, it looks like Emily, is like coming on down to visit. Yeah, there's 8 new images, so we can take a look at those real quick. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I have my ad blocker on. Sue me. So we have, it looks like a confrontation between Alistair and Lucifer.
Which was always, that was gonna happen.
We have the V's back at it again for some reason. Oh yeah, and apparently Vox has a bigger role to play in this season. He's trying to frame Charlie for something, so we're gonna see about that. We have a new character. I believe his name is... Fuck. Oh, god damn it. I could have... I remember it. I had it in my head, and now I can't think of it. Baxter. His name is Baxter. He's a new resident at the hotel. And then we have Pentius on trial. Basically, Heaven's trying to figure out why he's up there. I'm guessing.
Which is like, he's up there. That shouldn't be up to you.
Yeah, but I think Sarah, who's like the taller lady, is kind of has like a power trip going.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it looks like he gets accepted though, because he's got St. Paul, who's this guy, Emily, and that's Abel right there. So it looks like he gets accepted. Yeah, there's loot during her song, I believe. And then, yeah, Charlie is a dictator, is what Vox is trying to sell.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, there's him in the hotel, so we're actually gonna get a interaction between Vox and Charlie, which will be cool. So yeah, those are kind of the images that have come out.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
And then we watched from Vivzy Pop, from her production basically and animators, but not her writing. We watched the Homestuck pilot. I like it. I like it. I've never read Homestuck. Let me rephrase that. I read maybe the first 10 pages of Homestuck, and then I stopped because I think something else came up and I just was never able to finish it. But I know that Homestuck has a ton of fans, so clearly it did something right.
Right.
And from this pilot, I know that it's been criticized a couple of times about pacing. Things like people are like, it moved a little too quick. But if they get a full-on show, they can probably redo it in an episode 1 and make the pacing a little better. Which I'm always down for. I like the characters a lot. I think the characters are super endearing of when you were a 13-year-old. It has that vibe of you remember what you were like.
It's fun.
When you were 13 years old. So you always kind of wanted to avoid your parents and, wanted to kind of stay up in your room and not deal with them and play the new video game that came out that day or whatever, especially if it was your birthday. Oh God, I hope my parent got me this video game for my birthday or whatever it is that you were into.
Right.
And for these kids, it's a video game. And yeah, no, I really like them. I like the dialogue. Of course, you have the Vivzy Pop haters in the background saying why does it have to cuss every 2 seconds? Shut the fuck up. First of all,
don't like it, don't
watch it. Shut the fuck up, dude. I cannot stand those people. They're just they literally are just fucking rage baiters who have literally nothing better to do with their time because they're not nearly as successful as Vivzy Pop, and they're just jealous about that. That's literally what it is. I don't use that card very often, but for that, I'm 99% sure that that's what that is.
That's at least some of it. It's envy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, it was cute. It was fun. If a full show does make it into production, I'll definitely be there to watch it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm definitely gonna be watching. Hopefully, maybe A24 will also pick up that one and do it on Amazon Prime as well, which would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'd be down for that. And then I don't think we ever mentioned this, but Hell of a Boss is coming to Amazon Prime as well.
Yeah, yep.
Which is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Because that means that they're gonna get higher budgets for those episodes, which will be nice.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that we watched was we talked about it a few weeks ago. Gigguk, YouTube anime reviewer and reactionary guy, decided to go and make his own anime short film, called Baan. And I have, after sleeping on it, I really appreciate what he was trying to do with the story. It's a very unique idea. It's not one that I've really heard of before. I like the idea that there is just a portal to this fantasy world that's just well known.
Right.
And people just know about it. Yeah.
You can go back and forth as you please.
And so, people just know about it, and you can go back and forth or however much you like. And I really like the idea of, this girl feeling like she's a burden towards her father figure, and so she feels like she needs to go out and do something with her own life. She ends up coming to the modern world, and then, halfway through, you realize, oh, the guy that you saw go into the tower at the same time that she did, that was actually before. And, I like the playing around with time. I thought that was clever. I thought that was a unique way to kind of tell the story and get things going quickly in the limited time that you had. But yeah, she goes and gets a job, and then she eventually realizes, oh, I was never really a burden to him. I should go and see my dad again. Yeah. And I thought that was really nice. But, I mean, Jordan and I kind of agreed. It did have some pacing issues.
Yeah, it did.
And, I thought the animation was gorgeous, though.
It was very pretty, yeah.
I thought the animation was really pretty. And the voice acting, like I said to Jordan, I was like, how is this better than, pretty much almost all of Crunchyroll's entire library of dubs?
Well, no, always kudos to creators that are willing to make what they want to make and put it out there. So definitely, that's not something I was gonna say, it's not something I ever want to discourage, but no, sometimes your stuff is real actual shit and you probably shouldn't put it out there.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was not. It seemed like the beginning almost of a Miyazaki film.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt. Like Ghibli.
Yeah, something super, something that could be super interesting.
Especially with the bugs and fish things that were coming out of the ground to try and eat the egg or whatever.
That would be my one critique of it, probably, was just that it felt very unfocused.
Yeah.
I don't think he was totally clear on the story he was wanting to tell or trying to tell. There was some stuff in there that, again, if you're going to continue it, is fine, but as just a self-contained short film, there is some stuff in there that probably shouldn't have been, because it brings up a lot of questions, and it makes it very muddy. But again, it's an indie thing. It's an indie project. I get it. It did not go through rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds of editing. Yeah. But is kind of a case study for why those rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds of editing, as painful as they could be, are usually for the better. It's usually for the good of your story. Yeah. But no, I thought it was a valiant first attempt.
Yeah. No, I mean,
something totally
animation-wise, very, very good first attempt. I didn't really see anything. I kept looking, because whenever I go into indie stuff, I'm I go into it not really with a super critical mind, but I'm looking for oh, okay, yeah, you can tell this is indie.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like some moments in the animation where I was like, yeah, you can kind of tell.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was a little stiff. But like, then you go and like watch like one of those kind of know nothing shows like that only have one season and 25 episodes that are made professionally by anime studios, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of the same quality. Like, you know.
Right.
So yeah, very very good attempt, or very good first outing for animation. I thought the animation was really really beautiful.
Yeah, it was solid.
And I thought, yeah, I liked the character designs. I liked that voice acting. I thought the voice acting was really good. But yeah, like you said, it was that one moment where they were doing the festival that I got a little lost as to where we were going.
Yep.
And I guess it was like, oh well, this is how they met. Okay, but like, what was that? You know, like, why did the dragon die? Like, what? And then why? Well, we know why there's a new dragon. She got the egg, but why does the egg come out of the dragon's like side, like kidney? Like, why is it coming out of his kidney? And then why do the bugs want to eat it?
Right.
You know, like there's questions like that, which like, yeah, like I feel like if this was a full-fledged like Ghibli film, you would have the time to explain that. But it wasn't. But yeah, it was very Ghibli-esque. You can definitely see the inspirations.
Yeah,
of Ghibli.
Very, very slow paced at parts, and just like every day, you know, whatever. The girl goes to work. The guy is like cooking for him. You know, just little things that people do. So it's kind
of... It was almost more of an animation test, I would say. It felt more like an animation test a little bit. Where the story was kind of secondary and it was mostly about the animation.
They just animated scenes and then trying to cobble them together. That might have been what happened.
It might have been, but...
That's not the way I would have gone.
No.
Because if you want to get people on board for it, you need to prove to them that you can give them a good story, too.
Yeah. And I mean, like, the emotional depth was there. I think it just could have been more explored. But yeah, no, I thought it was alright.
Yep.
And then going on to our anime, we do have some One Piece to talk about. Unfortunately, this weekend I think we have some filler.
Again?
No.
Last
not
weekend
this.
Was filler.
Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, so hopefully not this weekend.
Yeah,
we have filler.
We'll see.
But yeah, no, we watched the not last weekend, but the weekend before that episode. While we were in Comic-Con, it came out. And I will say, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Though there's one criticism I have towards this part. The specific part with Dorian Broggy coming to help Luffy. I kind of wish the Dorian Broggy were getting flung. Like by the Five Elders.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like they're making, like, Oda's making Dorian Broggy, like, competent to, like, stand toe-to-toe with the Five Elders. And that's fine if you put away the excuse of, oh, well, I'm not even really trying, you know, sort of thing. Or they're not even really doing much. But, like, the fact that they're able to, like, knock Warcry over and, like, cut Jupiter in half and, like, I don't know, I just feel like it would have been, it kind of takes away a little bit of the threat from the Five Elders. A tiny bit. Because, like, Dorian Broggy, I mean, but then again, I guess we don't really know the full extent of Dorian Broggy's life, like, what all they've been through. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would actually agree with that. Just because if you look back through One Piece, you know, like, the fact now that Sanji and Luffy can face off against Kizaru and actually hold their own, that's huge. I mean, that's significant. That's because he wiped the floor with them the first time they met. And they really had to take a lot of time and build themselves up, and they can finally, but I mean, you know, it still takes Luffy a lot. He still has to go in fifth gear and everything to do what Kizaru, but he can do it now. And it means something that he can do it now, and I feel like if you put the 5 elders too close to his current power level, you're not going to get that same impact when he finally does take them out. So yeah, no, I thought when the 5 elders all showed up on the island, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What? How are they going to get out of this? Because by all rights, the 5 elders should be flattening this place with no real problems at all. But again, Luffy was holding his own against
Saturn.
Which, Saturn.
That makes sense. He's in God Nika form.
True, but that form only lasts for a little
bit,
and
yeah.
He's gonna deflate
again, pretty soon, yeah. He can't keep it up forever, and he doesn't have Kizadu to feed him anymore.
Yeah,
so.
Well, and I feel like being in God Nika form shouldn't just give him the power that he needs to, because he's had to work for every other power he's ever gotten. I do feel like that's missing a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe it'll course correct, or maybe they will level up. Maybe they really aren't, trying their hardest, even though they really want these guys crushed.
Yeah.
They really want to stop the what's it called?
Yeah. I did like the scene with Lucci.
So it's like, why wouldn't you be trying harder?
Yeah. I did like the scene with Lucci and Mars, where Lucci's absolutely fucking terrified of Mars, and Mars has to ask him, like, where is this being, like, broadcast, or, like, where are they?
Yeah.
And Lucci sends him over there, and then I love the part that Lucci's like, please, Kaku, don't harm him.
Right, yeah, try not to kill my partner because he's up there.
Yeah, which shows that Lucci does have a heart. He does actually have a heart.
It's black.
It's black and crippled, but it's
black
there.
And thin, but he's got one a little bit.
At least for Kaku.
Yep.
He has a camaraderie with that guy.
Yep.
And I liked Mars's response, which is basically, I make no promises.
Right, I can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
He goes off to do his thing.
Yeah. And I do like that part where, like, now, I don't know how the hell, like, Usopp and Nami and Brook and fucking Chopper are gonna get out of Mars's way.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they're gonna get out of that. I guess my biggest issue with just Dorian Broggy's powers, it's mainly Dorian Broggy. Like, that's my main issue.
Yeah.
It's mainly Dorian Broggy's power scaling issue.
Yeah.
Because, like, these are the same guys, or at least Dory is. Dory is the same guy that got blown up by a bomb that was just put in some ale, and that took him out of commission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that took him out.
Yeah, I did. For the rest of that whole part.
Yeah, now you could say, well, basically. Yeah, but it exploded inside his, like, inside his body. Like, that's his most vulnerable spot. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but these are the 5 Elder Stars. Like, I feel like Saturn should just be like, yeah, fuck off, and just, like, basically punt them off the island.
Right.
Or, like, even Warcry or Jupiter, like, one of those guys should be able to be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Right. And then, like, you have Venus Juro, who's, what's he even doing? He's, like, chopping up the island. He's galloping around, and
he's taking out all of the pacifistas.
That's right. And, I mean, that's cool. We get to see him kind of, with his Kitetsu sword, taking out all those guys. But, yeah, no, I feel like they are going to have to run.
Yes.
Because Luffy is going to run out of power.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be able to do this. I do feel like this was a failure, though, on Saturn's part, and there is going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, consequences. With Eam, if not the other 4.
And knowing Eam, Eam might be looking for a new 5 Elder Star. He might be looking for a replacement.
Yeah.
Because Saturn might not be long for this world. But we'll see. Yep. We'll see. That's my prediction, anyway. Because it is still a failure on Saturn's part.
Yeah.
Like, he still failed.
Yep.
And I feel like there is no room for failure in the 5 Elders.
No.
I think I always call them 5 Elder Stars. That's not what they're called anymore. They're just called the 5 Elders.
Oh, yeah.
But the 5 Elder Stars is actually a Funimation thing, but not an official translation thing.
She's getting impatient. We'll wrap it up. Hang on.
But yeah, now that's. I mean, yeah, I thought it was a good episode though.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
I like all the designs for all the five elders.
Yeah.
Beast forms. I think they look really cool.
Yeah.
My favorite is probably it's probably gonna be Venus Juro. It's the skeleton horse.
That one's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. I like Mars too with his big vermilion bird. That one's pretty cool too. But we still don't know what Eam is. He's like some baby thing.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like an embryo.
Right.
Like, when we saw it,
Creepy.
the very, like, little that we saw it, it looked like an embryo. Alright, and so for today, we don't have a deep dive topic. Again, we got sick and came back from Salt Lake Comic-Con. So, we don't have one. We have one planned, but we haven't really gotten through all of our thoughts yet of it. I found it right there. It's right there. But yeah, we'll get back to it. It's just basically about writing and why it's not as good today as it was back in the day, and it's mostly American writing. But we'll talk about it. It's from another YouTuber. Her name is The Second Story. If you want to watch it before we talk about it, link will be down in the description below, and then we'll talk about it next week. So, but yeah, that's it for this episode of Plot Pilled Podcast. We hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be trying to upload a lot more frequently of the playthroughs of the Let's Plays, so that way we can get those out, and then we can move on to other games as well, and then kind of just work through it as we go along. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!
Bye.